Okay.
May I ask a question?
Ms. Ratner?
Yep. So one clarification, I guess, because I know we spoke about this at the liaison meeting. The students who are currently in AVID, they will not be getting Spanish in sixth grade.
They've never gotten Spanish.
Well, because it was with PBL math, right? So they had half PBL math and a half Spanish. And it
But they
wasn't
went
a
to AVID for
cycle.
the full year, so they didn't have it either.
So they had two periods of AVID, because my understanding was that AVID was in lieu of the cycle. Is that correct?
I'm making sure, I'm looking at Dr. Higgins because I have not been in the building in 3 years, so I want to make
Right.
sure I give you accurate information.
And then there was the second period that was half the year PBL math, and then half the year that was Spanish.
Correct.
And the AVID class was in lieu of the cycle courses, so they were still getting that. But
I'm looking at him because I'm not sure. I want to make sure I give the right information. That is correct. So what happens is when you're in certain classes and you, like for example, I want to use another example. So LAP, Language Advantage Program. Correct me, Mr. Higgins, Dr. Higgins, if I'm right or wrong. Make sure you correct me. If it's my understanding, they also don't go into the cycle program. Is that correct? They gets pulled? Yeah. Okay, so I think the key is that, unfortunately, there is, we know that there are certain classes, certain people that have elected to go into chorus because it's not zero period like bands, and he's shaking his head yes, for people that can't see, as well as, what's the other class? LAP and MAP. So Math Advantage Program and Language Advantage Program, you wouldn't get it as well. So those people would not get the extra Spanish that's going to be put on the cycle wheel. That's correct.
so this is additional Spanish. I thought it was just the one marking period that would be in the cycle.
That is correct.
Okay.
So they would not get that.
Right.
But there would be an additional, but in the 7th grade, instead of it being partial, it's going to be a full year.
Right, no, my question though was that those students, I think where my confusion is coming in is those students are currently getting Spanish, because I thought it alternates with PBL, which is a separate
The AVID
period.
students.
Right, the AVID students, the chorus students, they are currently getting Spanish.
Come up
I'm
to the
sorry, I'm
microphone
sorry,
so you
Dr.
could be,
Higgins.
come up to the microphone so you could be properly recorded. Thank you. I would say get it from the horse's mouth.
So currently, PBL and Spanish are its own course.
Right.
AVID is an elective that takes the place of the cycle.
Right.
Moving forward, instead of getting 2 marking periods of Spanish in 6th grade and 2 marking periods in 7th grade, all students will have 4 marking periods, the same 4 marking periods in 7th grade, and a continuous instructional block for the year. Majority of students that are not in chorus or AVID will get it in the cycles next year.
Okay. And there's no state mandate for a foreign language in 6th grade?
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.